Good morning. We are back for another week. It is Monday morning. It is 10:32, and we are going to crack on with our week. Today, I went and picked up all my Vinted stuff that's came in over the weekend that's going to get relisted onto Vinted and eBay. All clothing, that's what I sell here, is clothing, and yeah, I track it, I document it. I do not create YouTube content, I just document my journey. I do not claim to be some kind of professional at any of this. I just do it to a level that pays my bills, and I bring you guys along for the journey. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully there's some bits you can take into your own businesses, your own side hustles, and learn from, or just enjoy the coffee. That is basically why we're here. But yeah, last week was a tricky one. I mentioned all the issues we've been having with sourcing stock because of the lack of money coming in, essentially because of various reasons, returns and holiday being the main ones. But we did it right last week. We sourced 69 items. Very nice. 69 items. My goal is 105 every week, so we were shy, but we did very well over the weekend. Sunday being yesterday for me, I sourced 20. What would it be? I was on 40, so it'd be 30, nearly 30 items in one day, which is intense, and it was a lot of good pulls, a lot of bundles in that. It wasn't anything amazing. It was all bread and butter stuff, 15 pounds profit per item, which is what we aim for. We don't aim to break the world records, we just aim to be consistent, get it done, and that's how I operate this business. Try and do 15 a day, 10 to 15 pounds profit, keeps the lights on. So very happy the way last week went. We're trying to continue that this week. I have eaten breakfast, I've done my morning jobs. It's now time to get listing. I've got about 6 or 7 pieces I think to list today. Again, this week's going to be very similar to last week, where we're waiting for that stock to come in, because the thing is with Vinted, as good as it is for sourcing, you have got to wait for items to come in. So if you order something like I did yesterday on the Sunday, it might take till next Saturday to come, you know, and you got to wait for that stock before you can list it, and then you got to wait again for it to sell. So it is a little bit of a delayed process, but we'll get back to where we were. Once you're already a week or two down the line, it sort of flows nicely. So that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're going to keep working towards. This week should be good. I've got £2,000 pending in my, or just under, about 1,900 I think, pending in my Vinted to come in at some point. So over the next 3 weeks, we will be flowing again. That money will be back into the business, buying stock. It's exciting. The reason I'm excited is because we've managed in the hard times. So in the good times, we should be winning, right? We should thrive. So yeah, I'm going to get on with these listings, and I'll catch you back with some other bits and bobs that need to be done. We've got some orders going out as well, obviously, because it's Monday. Monday's always an exciting day for the orders. See you in a bit. Right, some time has passed. It's about 11:15. We're a bit ahead of schedule. So what I've done is come down to the unit, and I'm going to put the stuff away that I've just listed. It's only 6 items today. A few of the bits that came need a wash, which is a shame because I wanted to get them listed. But it is what it is. We've listed the 6. Now we need to, like I say, put them away. And in the last video, it was the Saturday, and I made that new routine of coming in and consolidating. Well, I only got 2 rackings done, so I'm just going to try and get another one done. It's probably take me about 20 minutes. Do that, and then we'll head up and get on some other bits. But I just want to keep on top of my consolidation, tidying this place up, making sure there's always space in the week for me to come down and put my listed items in, because it is a massive pain in the bum when I come down and there's no space and I have to consolidate, because it's running that risk of, if it's a really busy day, I'm still having to sort of mess around doing jobs I'd rather not do. So if I can just stay on top of it on the quieter days, it keeps me ahead of the game a little bit. But yeah, shame that only 6 are going in the store today. A lot of sales are going out, so the store will be shrinking, which is a shame because I don't really want it to shrink. I want it to grow, because essentially if I get a store with more items in it, theoretically I should get more sales. And by the store shrinking, I'm going to have to catch that back up when we get back on track, which is great that the sales are coming in. I'd rather the sales come in, let's be honest, but yeah, I hope to be back on track as soon as possible so it doesn't shrink too much, because I'm working hard to grow it to a point where basically when I'm on full tilt, when my business is running the way it should be, I list 15 and sell an average of 12. I want that to be list an average of 15, sell an average of 15. Obviously that would be a perfect world. And to do that, the maths works out. I need more items in my store to balance it out. because I'm selling, I have, the maths works out as I'm selling 1% of my store a day. So I have 1,200 items listed in my store and I sell 12 a day, right? So if I had 1,500 items in my store, theoretically, if the items are all just as good as each other, I would sell 15 a day, whilst listing 15, which obviously would be beautiful because the cash flow wouldn't ever be an issue. Probably would be still because of slow days and slow weeks, but yeah, if you can get if you can list as many as you sell, you're always going to be doing well. So that's the goal. That's where we want to get to. And when I get there, then the goal will be to push on again to say 17 listed, or maybe go up in terms of profit per item, which I'm already starting to do. I moved up from £10 to now I'm trying to reach £15 per item. My plan was 5 a day of £15 and then 10 at £10. That's where we're heading when we are on track. Obviously it's a bit messed up at the minute, but we will get there. Give us a week, give us 2 weeks, we'll be fine. So I'm going to get these put away. I'm going to get consolidating, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, 2 o'clock now. Been to the gym, done my cross listing, etc, etc. And I'm not proud of what I'm about to say, but this jacket, it sold, I don't know, early last week, and I've still not sent it. It was a Vinted order, so it won't affect me. That's the good thing about Vinted, is they don't punish you for being crap. What I mean is, like, if you don't ship an item for a week, your sales don't slow down. If I did that on eBay, they would probably, they would close my business down, right? But Vinted's a little bit more laxed, and the reason I haven't sent it is because it's brand new with tags, right? Fat face jacket, that's my printer. But the buttons, I don't know if you can see, they're sticky. I don't know why they're so sticky. So I haven't sent it because I want to clean the buttons off, and I was unsure whether or not to try and take the tag out and wash it and then send it, but I'm not going to, and then it wouldn't be brand new with tags. So what I'm going to try and do is wipe the buttons off. If they don't come off clean, I'll message the guy and say the buttons are sticky, I don't know why they're sticky. I'm sure it'll wash off, but I can't get it to wipe off, whatever. But hopefully it will come off, and hopefully he doesn't cancel it if that is the case and I have to message him. But nightmare. I don't know why the buttons are sticky. So I've got a cloth. I've just got my paper wet, bollocks. I've wetted the end of it, and I'm going to try and wipe it. I don't have any like anti-back wipes. I need to get some. It would probably come off better, but yeah, I'm going to give that a go. And then we got so many orders going out. Considering I've been listing a lot less, our orders are like really, really good at the minute. We've got 16 on eBay, and this is going to be a guess, but I'm going to say 7 on Vinted. That is a guess. There's quite a few on Vinted though. We will get into that in a minute. Let's see if these buttons come up clean. Mission successful. The jacket I was talking about with the buttons, that is come up perfect. So now we can get that sent out. Very happy with that. Let's get onto the orders. Okay, we are back and we're going to go through these orders. So we've got 16 orders going out, as you can see. £363 total price. Just basic stuff today, but all good sellers. Cargo trousers from Superdry, diesel jeans, another pair of cargo trousers. This is a nice one again from Stronghold that I mentioned the other day. All like as you can see, Carharty type of stuff. But yeah, sells great. I believe it is originally like Primark, or they collab with Primark or something like that. I can't quite remember the backstory of the brand. We've got £33, which is great. Try not to bore you too much, but yeah, we got some this is a car boot sale pickup barber wool jumper. Probably would have kept it for myself if it was my size, but it wasn't. Been up for a little while now. We took an offer on that one, £20. Again, at the minute it's all about keeping the sales moving for me. I'm not too worried about getting the most money. I just want some money back so I can go out again, get some more stock, keep it churning. All Saints denim jacket. This was a bit of a fail. This was from Vinted. It's a nice jacket, but didn't get much for it. Got £20. I would have paid about 10 or 11 for it on Vinted. So after fees, shipping, just getting my money back. But like I say, happy to keep things moving. And that's it for the Vinted eBay. Vinted, weird fish jumper, basic. Those hogs of Fife, I believe they're pronounced. Mule skin trousers. We bought these the other day in a charity shop. We would have paid what, £7 maybe, I believe, and they sold for £26.50. No fees, no shipping, so very nice. £19 profit from those. Spoke trousers, again we would have paid about £8 for those, I believe. This was a bundle of 3 items. I've already loaded it up. NFL pullover, 2 of those, and a Nike rework. This is all clearance that used to be in the shop. Got £18 for it. Happy with that. Again, like I say, it's all stuff that was just sat in that death pile that I cleared ages ago. This is another one, vintage Adidas fleece. Again, just sat in the death pile, was doing nothing. So, you know, between those 2 sales, we can go out now and get 3 good items that are going to sell for £30. That's the idea of clearing the death pile. Abercrombie and Finch, a great brand. These have been sat around for a little while, but they are really nice trousers, and the brand sells great. The cargo shorts sell better than the trousers. These have been sat around for ages, but again, great brand to look out for in some of the stuff. Good heavy duty stuff coming back into fashion. The vintagey stuff, Y2K does good as well. A pair of G-Star jeans, feeder fleece, again another clearance item, and these were listed today. Diesel jeans literally came in today at the impost lockers, picked up at 8:30, and I listed and sold them by 12 o'clock this afternoon. So yeah, that's just the way Vinted goes. I took a massive offer on them, £31.96 we listed them for, which is probably quite steep, but that was our eBay price, and then we took a Vinted offer of £20, which will be about £10 profit for us. So I'm happy to do that. In and out, shake it all about, bingo. So yeah, that was all the orders that went out. It's now 3:22. I'm going to do my shipping and then go home, because we're doing our weekly shop tonight, which is exciting. Proper adult stuff. Going to Aldi, doing our weekly shop because we're adults. All stuff to look forward to. Yeah, I think I did pretty good today. Productive. Got all my work done. Sourced 9 items, then ran out of money. So we're pretty much back to sourcing what we need to be now. Going to continue with the charity shops, etc. I worked off my schedule again. All went to plan. Other than at the gym, I had a massive headache, so I had to cut that short and was struggling a bit when I got back for about an hour till the paracetamol kicked in. But this afternoon we've been flying, been editing a load of YouTube thumbnails and doing the titles, etc. from the previous videos you may or may not have watched. So productive, good day work. Happy to leave it there. Happy to go home now with knowing I've done my work for the day. So nice one. Appreciate you watching this. These daily vlogs are continuing. I'm obviously not doing a Sunday vlog because I don't work on a Sunday, but every weekday, every working day, I'm going to keep doing these videos for as long as I can be bothered to. That's the truth. Watch them as long as you can be bothered to. Appreciate every single one you do watch. See you in a bit. See you in the next one.